Good morning, gang. My name is Paul Sharon.
And I'm Lorena Sharon.
And we're the
Sharons,
Sharons.
I guess.
And we are here today at the Lake Mead National Recreation Area just outside of the world famous Las Vegas Strip. And we wanted to introduce you guys and welcome you guys to the Motorhome Experiment. Okay, gang, so we wanted to do a quick video to introduce you guys and actually welcome you guys to the Motorhome Experiment, explain a little bit about what we've got going on and what we're going to be doing here on this channel. And so we came up with some questions that some of our friends have been asking us about this stuff. And so that's where we're going to start with, and this will explain what the Motorhome Experiment is all about. So I think the first question that we get really is, why an RV?
Yeah, Paul, why an RV?
And Lorena made the mistake of going out of town to Mexico for about a month, and that was 9 months ago?
That was April 2015. I had to leave town because, for about a month because I have some family issues, health issues, so I have to leave. And the mistake was leaving him by himself here for a month.
Left me alone to think and ponder life and what we're doing, and I really felt, I think, that we were just wasting time just staying in Las Vegas. Now, we travel a lot. We've been traveling a lot, especially over the last few years, kind of intercontinent, like Hawaii and the Bahamas, the Caribbean and Florida and stuff like that, and the West Coast. But I just still felt like there was something that we needed to get out and explore. And I don't know how I came across them, but I was on YouTube and probably got lost in YouTube world. You know how that happens.
One thing leads to
another leads to another. And I came across a channel from Nikki and Jason Wynn called Gone with the Wynns. And if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's a great channel. They're a really neat couple. And it was all about RV living. And I had always, both of us had always pictured the RV living as these old folks traveling around the country as retirees. And Nikki and Jason kind of blew that out of the water. And for me especially. So when Lorena came home, I kind of said, I figured out what we're doing and what we want to do and where we're going to go. And
basically he told me, he's like, I don't care what you think, this is what we're going to do.
I didn't say I don't care what you think.
I'm just joking.
But I had an idea.
Kind of like that.
But kind of. So that's where I said, we need to go buy an RV and get out and travel the country and enjoy the country now, before I got too old to be able to enjoy it, which isn't too far down the road. But I just wanted to get out and explore, and I felt like there's so much to see here. And when we talk to people locally, they haven't seen the Grand Canyon and it's only 3 hours away, or they hadn't seen Death Valley. A friend of mine just visited Death Valley. He's lived here 29 years. Death Valley is 100 miles away. One of the most visited vacation, or I guess attraction destinations in the world. Never been there. So I didn't want to be that. I wanted to get out and explore. So that's why an RV, and you'll see I get excited when I start talking about getting out and exploring. So
we like the travel side of it. That's what we like.
The travel side of it, absolutely. The next question is, why did you choose this RV? Kind of a long story. We'll make it as short as possible. We wanted a year-old coach, or something that was a year or two old, that wasn't lived in very much, that was pretty much brand new.
Yeah, we didn't like brand new because of the depreciation side of it.
Oh, these things depreciate like
crazy. So to recover that money, you're never gonna recover it. So we wanted like a 1-2 year old, but fairly very low mileage coach. And we have one issue: financing. And not because we have bad credit. It's because we had no credit. Basically, we have behaved so much. I mean, we have paid everything cash, and our credit cards are clean and all that kind of stuff. So we couldn't show we could pay this amount of debt, this amount of loan, because we have really not have a big one like this. We pay off everything cash usually.
Yeah, we had found a coach that was, I think, a year old. I think it was a year and a half old, something like that. It was a 2014, so technically it's almost 2 years old because the 2014's come out in 2013. But anyways, when we went to the financing, they, our credit scores were in the 700s, so they thought, well, that's going to be awesome. But then they come back and said that our score was thin, which meant that, like Lorena said, we didn't have any major purchases on credit because we'd been paying cash for my last motorcycle, car, stuff like that. So the only thing we really had on our credit report was Lorena's car and a couple of credit cards, and that was it. And the credit cards didn't have much on them at all either, because we try to pay those things off at the end of the month. So it was really thin. So they told us basically that if you didn't have previous experience in an RV, that you were going to have to find another way. So they actually suggested we get like pop-ups and fifth wheels and trailers, and it's like, it's not what we wanted to do. So that was literally 6 to 8 months ago, and we've really worked hard on getting our credit scores up even better. And we haven't added anything really, but we really worked on getting our credit scores up by adding credit cards to our mix, but not spending more money. You just add them in so that you have that credit to debt ratio goes way down. We just worked hard to get that together. And then we decided, well, let's look at a starter coach. Let's just look at a coach that we know is inexpensive, that we can get into and get us started. And that's where we started looking at older coaches, and we found this one here, which is a 2006 Fleetwood Flair. It's a starter coach. It's got a lot of grandma features inside as far as the decor.
That we intend to change, though.
And we intend to change that. And part of that is going to be great for the channel because of the fact that we can change those, and I can do videos on how to upgrade and change and do that kind of stuff, because I'm kind of a gearhead and can work on stuff like this. So it'll be fun for us to do that. It'll be fun to show videos on how to do certain upgrades, and that'll be part of the whole channel as a whole, is that kind of thing, a lot of the how-tos.
And the other thing too is that we don't know if I am gonna like it. I am the one that
no, not at all.
I have a hard time with peaceful. I have to be in the city doing stuff, going, coming, doing stuff. I mean, it's just like one of those lifestyles, and that I enjoy that. So coming to the lake and just be one day doing nothing, just reading a book, it's just not for me.
This is literally our second day in the RV, and Lori's having a hard time just getting out and relaxing, and it's so peaceful and quiet out here that it make it tough.
That's one of the reasons we went into a starter coach too, because it's like we didn't want to be that much like anything. If you buy a car, you buy anything, you're gonna be upside down like the first year of the payment loans, the loan payment.
Right.
So it's like we didn't want to get to something very, very expensive and then find out that I really didn't like it. It's like, and we had to sell it for a loss.
Right.
So we want something cheaper too. And the payments on this are like
It's
unbelievable.
ridiculous.
They're like great. I mean,
It's nothing.
it's pretty much nothing. Insurance is nothing.
Insurance is nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think.
So the starter coach is for that purpose, is to see if the reluctant RVer here is gonna take to this thing. And that's why you'll see on the channel we say, you know, the 1,879 square foot lifestyle squeezed into 240 square feet. We're gonna squeeze that into the 240 square feet a little bit at a time right now, until we decide whether Lori likes RV living and wants to do the full-time thing. So that's where we are here.
Question number 3.
Question number 3, are you planning on living in the RV full-time? We just kind of covered that a little bit. We're gonna see how Lori likes the lifestyle first. This coach will probably never be lived in full-time. This will be the part-time coach. And then such a time when we decide we're gonna go full-time, Lori's gonna want bigger, better, faster.
Why should I leave my gorgeous house for something smaller, not like up to my expectations? And I don't want to sound snobby, but it's like you cannot compare my big house with a more confined space that I don't like. So it's like, yeah, my point is like, if we decide to go full time, then we're gonna go to a bigger coach.
Right. Well, not bigger, just a little bit nicer.
Newer.
This is 34 feet. Okay. We really didn't want to go to 34 feet, but newer, a little bit nicer. So, and the final question: what are your videos going to be about? And that's what we kind of just talked about. I'm going to be doing how-to videos on how to repair stuff. We're going to be doing videos on RV living. And we're going to be doing videos on some of the places that we're visiting. So a little bit of everything, but a lot about the outdoors and being outdoors and discovering America and discovering ourselves. And I think that's going to be kind of fun. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it too.
I'm looking forward to the visiting new places, hiking, going to lakes, and maybe kayaking. I mean, that kind of stuff I'm really looking forward to.
Yep. And then the last question, how often are you going to post videos? And I just wanted to kind of add that in there so that you guys would know. At first, we're going to post videos once a week. And I'm probably going to be posting 2 to 3 videos once a week, depending on how much time we're spending out in the RV. We're going to try and do a couple of days out and away once a week for the meantime until we can see if there's any extra time that we can squeeze in. But for the meantime, we'll be doing videos, 2 videos at least once a week. And I've got another channel called the Sharon Zone where I do financial stuff and business stuff and just kind of my daily life. And I'm posting videos over there as well, so you can always stop over at the Sharon Zone. But here on the Motorhome Experiment, 2 videos once a week for the meantime until we can figure out a way to squeeze some more in.
Okay.
So that's it, gang. Thanks for stopping by the Motorhome Experiment. We hope that you'll subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date on anything else that we're doing, and come along for the ride and enjoy some of the outdoors with us.
Yep. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, guys.